We're live.
Huh? Hello world, we're back for another weekly session of Proof of Concept as we do a demonstration of what we're all able to converge on as far as our usually being able to see the mojo phenomenon. We're going to have a 3-act structure like normal. First portion will be geared towards beginners. We'll be going over collages with the main 6 females we see in pop culture the most, doing a little quizzing there and talking about the fundamentals on things that we need to refresher on. Then in the second portion, we'll go over the weekly quiz, and it's going to be themed, as we all know. It's Jilene. She picked the samples this week, so we'll be going over those. And then we're going to close out with some live reads together, and again, Jilene will provide those. During the intermediate portion, when we're going with weekly quiz, at the end, we will go over the samples that were the most challenging for the most people. All right, so before we get into it, let's introduce ourselves. I am Nai Ji Coach.
I am Jilene.
I am Zai Neodemus.
Nijai Infinity.
Naiji Glenn.
And Nijai Starglow.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get going with the beginner portion, and it's going to be, as mentioned, the 6 main females we see in pop culture, although there are more that we see. The 6 that we're going to be looking at are Nijai, Naiji, Nizai, Vijai, and then the 2 directives, Naiji and Jinai. But actually there are a few others in there, for example, like Naizi females, and several of the shows we're watching right now have several Naizi females in them. All right, go ahead and get started.
Okay, let me screen share with you guys.
Cool.
So are we picking up where we left off last week?
Yeah, and sorta in the area, because I couldn't recall exactly where we left off.
That's
so,
cool. Excellent.
Yeah. Let's go here. It's thinking.
Yeah. Unless we're supposed to do male MMA fighters.
This is the collages Coach was
Exactly.
using as a reference for his the collage that he's putting together, the
TV
epic
shows.
collage.
That's something that in the field is that I think the producers that we're talking to at the coffee shop, they are excited about the prospect of having their shows tagged. So that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm actually they're working through the collage that we're doing right now today. They're working through that, and then after that they'll work through what you're going to do next, which is going to be the male 6 version of this. But then from there we'll start tagging the shows. So I'm trying to get them ready ahead of time.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, because I think once they get the basic context in their head, you have to solidify it, which means you have to do repetitions. And so, one thing next he's helped me out over the years is how to do fun repetitions. So shows, once you kind of know what the main 6 ladies are, the main 6 guys in pop culture, going through your favorite shows is probably about the funnest way you can. Cool.
Still trying to get there. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. We'll go in the order of starting with Starglow. So Starglow, Glenn, Infinity, and then Ademus and myself until Ben and Mitchell join us. Cool. Do you want to start us off?
Okay. Yeah. I think that was That's Vijay.
You're right. Vijay, Jessica Simpson. Glenn?
I think she is a Nijai.
She's actually Nia, she is Nizai, sorry. I was thinking of someone else. Infinity?
I'm going to say Gina.
So note here, Glenn, the photo on the right. It's a classic kind of a G smile, first of all. If you notice the basic structure of it, it has upward angles. You see that at the edges.
Yeah.
Okay? That is different than Jai in general. In Jai in general, you'll see more energy often going here, hooking down.
Well, I think he said Nizai.
Even in the smile?
I said
even in
Nijai.
Even in the
Oh, you got it right?
The one,
I'm sorry.
who
My
said
bad.
Nancy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
No, but it's nonetheless interesting what you're pointing out,
Cool.
which is
No,
that
I actually got Mira wrong.
you did. What did
Yeah,
you?
I said Nijai.
That's what I thought. Okay,
I'm sorry.
So back to what I was saying.
Yeah, this still holds.
I'm actually surprised the coach picked that up.
Yeah,
I got away with that.
they would hook down more often. Here they pull up at the edges. Now
Is
that's
it-
actually the general shape of the energy. Now as far as the way it moves in the overall field, you'll see it goes sideways. Look at these sort of sharp side diagonals here. I mean not diagonals, diamonds. You see that little edge of a diamond there?
Yes.
And then over here, that's localized. It's going up, a bit because they do have offside G, but still it does not go into the cheeks. It stays here in this area, and the energy is kind of being dissipated in a way or stretched sideways rather than up. The emoting of the smile is getting bigger sideways and not so much up. Although the edges do generally flare up, which is a sign of G. So the edges flaring down or flaring up, that's kind of G to Jai. But then as far as whether or not the energy goes more sideways and up versus sideways and down, that's how you tell logic-based versus value-based. And this is mainly sideways. Not much is going up. It's going sideways to start, and then it drops down as it gets bigger, but not up.
So
Her lips on
coach,
the bottom there, they kind of move down. Like I'm looking at that one little area right there where it kind of dips. Or there's a kind of a little bit of a, like you said with Jai. How would I differentiate that with like actual genuine Jai?
Which one here? See here? No.
Oh, the bottom left there, yeah.
Right. But this is important. That's what I'm saying. It actually, if you'll see here, this is sort of like a stretch that has happened after this expanse has opened up. So the expanse of the cheeks are being exposed as like it's drawing the lips back and up. You see that? And then it's opening down. But it doesn't actually open down first. Even the logic-based mojos, if they have G, same thing with Ziny as well, there is more of a flaring of the upper lip, and then the rest of the mouth follows suit. So if you can see this, although there is that dip, energetically, it's not as strong as how much energy I'm seeing from her upper lip.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see here? That's actually the puller muscle. This is the muscle that's pulling it into position. This is coming along for the ride.
I think that's also why Mizai tend to have more toothy kind of smiles as well.
Indeed. Very good point.
Okay.
interesting.
Okay. It's interesting.
Part of that Cheshire Cat look. It's
Right.
So the Jai smile doesn't go up as high as the G smile? It actually doesn't?
No, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about two different
So
things.
interesting.
There's two different things here. Because comparing Mira Savino as a Nizai to a possible Nijai, there's two things to look at. One is the different discernments, and then there's the range of the emoting. So if we're talking about just the quality of Jai to G without range, just quality,
Yes.
then G users, all of them, from source to polar, they tend to have more energy that goes up on the edges, and the upper lip is more energetically involved, usually than the lower lip, overall. And then with Jai users, it's the reverse. There tends to be a downward hooking at the edges of the mouth, at the very, furthest most edges. It tends to hook down more. Even here, you see this energy? There's more sometimes like a little swirl energy.
Right.
So you guys do it all the time, both you and Starglow. There's kind of like this sort of like clenching of this swirly kind of muscle around here that pulls this down. And it's over here too, a little swirly muscle. And it does that when they get really happy or really sad.
Interesting.
Yeah, cool. Here, like my pulley muscles, even sideways, these are really starting from my bottom lip.
Bottom lip. So there's that. Then if you're to compare a logic-based Nizai with the values-based Nizai, is the fact the energy is going out. It's being kind of dispersed. You're seeing a lot of movement of the mouth area that allows the expression to reach its full culmination. So they can have huge smiles, but that does not mean the cheeks are going to get a lot involved.
I see.
The activity, you can see here, there's quite a strong cut off here on those diamond edges.
Right.
They're kind of like in another field altogether, and this is happening a bit independently. You'll notice, for example, in the Nijai, it's subtle, but in certain photos you can see it. It's better in motion. There's like these striations, maybe 2 to 4 of them often, across the cheeks of Nijai and also Jai-Ni. And when they get going, they have flexation, like 3 or 4 bands of muscle flexation over this cheek when their smiles get going.
Yes.
It's one thing to give that Zai that sheer cheek.
The smile comes from.
Got it.
The pull comes from here for Nijai. The pull is here, whereas their pull is in the lip muscle.
Yep.
And what may be counterintuitive on that, it's just because there's 2 things involved, two fields. Is
right.
Jai, if lower lip tends to become the initial activator of emoting. But if you are a Jai values-based mojo, like a Nijai or Jai-Ni, then despite starting the lower lip, that really doesn't have anything to do with it. This sounds weird, but it's true. That doesn't have anything to do with how far it goes up the face. Just
right.
It can start the energy from the upper lip or the lower lip. It's really the mouth region, and how much it radiates from there is the main thing. But like Jai-Ni are a classic example.
I get it.
Their energy starts in the lower lip because they're Jai, but as soon as their lower lip gets going, you'll see their cheeks and their brow get into the action.
Right.
I think some good compare and contrast will also help a little bit too to sort of.
Yeah, we keep going. We're going to see some Jai-Ni.
Yeah.
Jai here. Be good.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. That was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. We actually have 3 Jai mojos, different ones, and 3 different Ji users as well.
True. Okay.
Then?
I'm noticing it now too, like with this new image.
I know that. I'm still gonna say Jinai. I was gonna say Jinai before.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Vijay.
What page you on?
Page. Actually, I was supposed to go up.
Huh?
I just realized.
Is that what you're doing?
Oh.
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
do. So I'll keep going upward. Yeah.
What page you on?
126.
Okay.
I think we only got to page 50, like 50, and we were going 50.
Right. So let's do
100.
100. Let's go up to 100.
Up to 100.
Up to
Okay. Okay. Good. So let's go up to 100. Starting from 150. Okay.
No, from 125, right?
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause we did something last time.
Yeah.
All 25.
Okay. Okay. So then, Demons, can you take this one?
Vijay.
Cool. Vijay.
Nizai.
Yup.
We're going reverse order, guys.
Okay, so it's my turn. I think Shakira's Jai V.
And Charlene, just for rhythm, just keep actually prompting if they don't go in like 2 seconds.
Okay. Cool. And let me, before we can keep going forward, let me. Oh, Ben. Mitchell, you guys are here, so you guys can jump in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should just have a protocol of just sending the link to everyone instead of inviting people.
Yeah.
I didn't get the link until 8:50, and you guys had already started. So.
Okay, we'll do that.
I had nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So introduce yourselves, and then Jarlene will put you in the mix. Going.
Okay. Want to introduce yourselves? Mitchell. Ben?
Naiji. Mitchell?
Naiji Ben.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry. Who was the guest on?
I think Glenn's up.
Yeah.
I think I already guessed on her. She's a Jai V. So.
She's actually
She's
Vijay.
Vijay, yeah.
Oh, Shakira's been updated to a Vijay.
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Me?
I'm gonna say Nizai.
She's actually knee shy. You can see that her cheeks actually are moving here.
Okay.
And the dips downward, the shy.
Oh.
That's interesting because it looks like the smile goes up on the corners of the mouth there, but then maybe you're taking it too literally.
It actually has a
It has, first of all, as far as the value space is, there is energy in these cheeks. They're kind of clenching, like little butt cheeks, a bit, just slight clenching. And then here, I'm seeing more energy. This is important in the lower lip. The lower lip looks, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if I see video of this, it will be slight tremulousness in this lower lip. So the upper edges here are pulling out, but I'm not actually seeing the most energy there. I'm actually seeing more energy here, which makes it, to me, seem a bit more vulnerable. I can always check these again, and I will, but I believe that's Jai I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The dimples actually seem to be more connected to the lower lip, like the energy in the dimples.
Yeah.
I guess.
Exactly, that's a good point, yeah. The clenching hands I'm talking about, it seems like to me like there's a tremulousness, and that's going into the cheeks. And this is almost like along for the ride. And that's
it looks like that.
Upper lip along for the ride, it gives a really uniquely innocent quality that really the shy really tend to have. Same thing here. I see more energy in the lower lip. Seems more vulnerable. And then again, not much energy in there, but still with that little energy, I think I'm seeing a little bit of flexing here. Although it's more tricky when they have real smooth cheeks, for example. Sometimes smooth cheeks can seem like sheer cheeks, but they are different, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, it's just more practice will make it better, noticing the cues.
That's right. That's right.
And also, obviously, it's much better in video.
Yeah.
Because one thing that helps me, I think, Jailene and Demas on this, is that when I see her face right now, I can sort of see video of her in my head playing, and I can kind of see this mouth continuing its motion from where it is now.
Yeah.
And so that helps a lot. So the more video you have in your head of these different people, the easier it is when you look at the photos. But just photos alone, if you're just doing it from there, that's like doing a photo read. That's very challenging.
Right.
Okay. Ben?
Nizai.
Nijaya?
Nizai. Okay.
Yeah. She lower lip.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Starglow, did you have a question?
Well, I was just gonna say, even on that pucker one, the lips downturn on the pucker rather than
yeah,
upturn.
yeah,
like
that's true. Yep.
And that lower lip, yeah, I can definitely see it kind of popping out a little bit more, and it looks innocent for sure. And definitely in the left picture.
The G pucker is a upturned G. It's a upper lip upturned pucker rather than the way that Jai users pucker.
Well, I mean, couldn't it not technically go either way though, or is it just generally more?
You're always going to have something that takes lead naturally. That's how your face does things. But to answer your question, Ben, we'll say a double lip pucker is a maneuver anyone can do. But getting into position and getting position most naturally, that's just going to flow.
Yeah, it's most naturally that way, right?
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, for example, Jai Mojos doing like an upper lip. It's very popular, actually. A single upper lip on one side, snarling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can definitely do that. I mean, you know what I mean? And then you see like the G users will sometimes we talk about Jailene. Sometimes like the GI will sometimes do like they'll make their lower lip real saggy, like an alpha 8 does, like daring you to like push back. So I've seen both ways, but no, it's like what is easiest. And when they do those maneuvers, it looks very interesting. When a G&I, for example, lets their lower lip sag.
Yeah, it looks like defiance, like I'm being.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
what?
vulnerable, right? Like take your best.
Take
shot.
a swing on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, swing. And then with like the Jai when it snarls, it's like yeah.
And
I don't know. It's sort of like grrr. It's like it's growling. Grrr.
the other piece of that I don't think Xi users think about is we as Xi users really don't know what our faces look like. So if we haven't practiced in the mirror or
I
seen a lot
think
of
about
ourselves
that.
on video.
I think about unaware expression versus aware.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. In order for us to do that maneuver, we have to make ourselves feel that thing to show it.
Right.
It's interesting why a lot of Nijai are into poker, which seems counterintuitive in a way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, true. Very
That's one
true.
of science is like when you look at it, you're like, I thought that the subatomic structure would be simpler. Well.
But when we
I feel like when I'm blushing, I can't help but have like a big grin on my face, like right before they're about to go for it.
I know, just like the dolphins, same thing. Like, oh, dolphins seem so sweet until you look into dolphins.
Right. There's a
also
dark side of dolphins.
There's a dark side, even to dolphins.
I'm sorry. Tangent there. Let's go ahead and focus again. This is fun.
Cool. Okay, I believe Mitchell is next.
All right. Nizai.
She's Naiji.
She's Naiji.
She's Naiji. Okay.
Yeah.
Coquettish.
Coquettish. Who's that? That sounds familiar.
Okay.
Me next, I believe.
You, yes.
Vijay.
No. Nijai. Starglow.
I don't remember her.
You say.
I'm gonna say. Hang on. I'm gonna say. Jinai.
Nijai.
Actually was the other opera. Yeah. Again, like the lower lip, although.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at her as well. Write the name down.
Cool. Let's write her name down. Senegal.
Just kind of look for a while.
Santigold. Glenn?
I can't see anything yet. Oh, Zoe Saldana is a Nijai.
Cool. Infinity?
I'm going to say Nizai.
Yep, you're right.
Cool.
Ben?
Shiny.
She's the other sub-rom. She's Naiji.
Naiji, thank you.
Piercing eyes, yeah. And also the upper lip here, and you can really see it in this one because the shadow, it's, a shady sort of picture. You can see that upper lip.
It's just tricky, actually.
Yep, the G of the, yep.
Yeah. Mitchell?
G9.
Mm-hmm.
G.
Yeah, classic.
X-Man.
Demas.
Is she Naiji? Or is this Nijai?
Close. Jinai.
Jinai, okay.
Like her aunt is Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
That opens a whole lot of doors. Okay.
Yep.
The lips.
Okay, that's me. Jinai. Her. Starglow.
Nizai.
Mm-hmm. Glenn?
I'm sorry, I can't see. Oh, is it?
It's Denise Richards.
I think she's a Obram. I think maybe.
You're right. So far, so good.
Jinai?
Yep.
Okay.
Infinity.
I'm going to say Nizai.
Yep, that's right. Ben?
Nijai.
Believe
V.
she was updated as Vijay. Yeah. Mitchell?
It's really good to revisit.
Naiji.
Yeah, it is. It does feel good to revisit these. Demons.
Stage Pounder.
Mm-hmm.
Love her.
Zhiny.
Yeah, excellent actress. Gina.
Gina. Okay.
She nice. She was updated.
Yeah. Like that forwardness. You see that
She
power.
has just a lovely way about her.
Yeah, she does.
So
Very soulful.
Soulful,
very
very reassuring, and just like very just loving. I think what made me think
Very
Johnny.
strong.
Well, obviously,
You can really see the upper lip too.
the serene quality, that sort of serene
That's
love
true.
quality.
Yeah.
I think.
Like especially on the one on the left, I see that a lot. I don't know.
What's that, Ben?
Oh, I see it on the upper lip thing a lot on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she played in Warehouse 13. You can see her directiveness so well in that character.
Because a lot of things I've seen her in, and even the way she conducts herself in a lot of interviews, she has a very elegant, stately and just serene
Yeah.
quality to her.
Good touch with her other.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
I just went.
Naiji.
Yes.
Starglow.
Nijai.
Yeah, no, she throws off so many people because of her
Chiseled,
the
she has
chiseled
chiseled.
cheeks. Yeah, that
And jaw.
Yeah, and jaw.
Mhm.
But she reminds me of Jodie Foster.
Definitely, yeah. I was gonna say Jodie.
Yeah.
So what is she?
She's a
Nijai.
Yeah.
Nijai.
Nizai?
No, she's
Oh,
Jai.
she's Nijai.
Jai.
You know-
That was right.
Yeah, you can see that her mouth on the
It's
right
the
has like that
tremulous.
shyness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She,
Oh.
she's got the cheekbones that throw people off to think Zai, but it's not Zai. It's still Ji because she has. I mean, it's
still
still
Zai.
Zai because she has the Zai tremble.
And Demas is noticing, like on the right there, she's kind of got the Z anvil on,
Yeah.
but with the Jai tremulous lip at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's actually that look that reminds me most of Jodie Foster.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
Okay. Starglow.
I just did that one. No, I just did the one before that.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yes. Glenn.
Glenn.
Oh, she's I think her name is Anna. Or I think she's a Nizai.
Yeah, Amy Poehler, right?
Oh, Amy Poehler. Yeah, her and Tina Fey.
Infinity.
I believe Nijai.
You are correct. Aubrey Plaza, Parks and Recreation. Awesome.
Nijai.
Mitchell.
Vijay. Those fleshy cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nizai. She has a lot of use of her upper lip.
Yeah,
Oh
really.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the toothy.
I love that style.
Oh, yeah.
Toothy, and also it's
Yeah.
big.
It's big and
It's
it's very
sharky.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically, it's them. You be large.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You have a large, localized smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My son's I near like that too.
Is it me?
I could have sworn it was.
No, it's not you. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I did Katy Perry. You did her,
Yeah.
so it's stuck off.
yeah, it's Starglow. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she's Vijay.
That's right. Laser. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere.
Hayden. Yeah.
Glossy poignant.
Mm-hmm. Glenn.
Oh, Jaini.
Yep. Infinity.
Ooh. Ooh. I'll say Vijay with very little confidence.
Oh, she's Gina actually. So you were seeing V, and you were seeing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're seeing
Jean
Gotcha.
I
Nye.
think she was probably one of those ones that was like a Nijai before or something like that.
Yeah, she
Well,
was.
isn't she in Agents of Shield?
Agents of Shield. Yeah, she's great in Agents of Shield.
She looks kind of different
Gotcha.
in that image.
But that's very G to me too because she knows exactly what her face looks like.
Yeah, and it's going up here into the eyes too. It's going like her whole face is being affected by that, that nonverbal articulation that
Yeah, she's not moving her
trying to
mouth much,
come
but it's got a
across.
lot of play in the rest of the face.
Yeah.
Right, next.
Cool.
At 60, if we can, let's try to get it Well, we can by 6:15, then we'll get into the quiz. Just put a marker where we get to.
Ben?
Oh, Vijay.
She's actually. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said Vijay.
She's actually Nijai.
Vijay. Okay.
Cousin.
Yeah.
The Jez Gatherer cousin. Yes.
Yeah.
Nijai. Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
Nijai.
You're just talking about her.
Naiji.
Jinai?
She's actually Nijai with good night.
Yeah.
Ah,
She's tricky.
okay.
Gives her a more feral quality, but it does have more like a more flat, like than the
And more
eyes.
energy, lower lip.
Gotcha.
Go into looking.
Yeah, and it's not the perfect G smile either.
Yeah. Glenn.
Nijai.
Nizai?
She's actually Naiji. Naiji.
Naiji.
Jinai.
This quiz is so much trickier than it used to be because we're so used to like.
I know.
Yeah.
See, that's why this collaging is so important right now, because we're all updating our lens on the new purifications.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
real
then we're
important.
fixing to get a new set of purifications because Coach is on the next level.
But they've been getting lighter.
It's hard work.
They have been getting lighter.
That is
Yeah,
true.
they've been getting lighter and less. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Our lens is just getting tighter as a whole.
Ben.
Oh, and it's more steady.
Oh, my spirit just, our fourth may chime in here. But if there are new big ones to be found, we should be eager.
Yeah.
And so I go in
Oh my
purification.
gosh! Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh gosh! I actually like the purifications to be honest.
Like saying, I hope it's not
They're
awesome.
Yeah.
That's just not, so the right mindset is, I hope that I get a really good upgrade.
No, purifications honestly are.
I like that, Coach. I like that a lot.
I agree, Coach. Yeah.
That's how we're going to improve.
I'm
Totally.
just gonna go off on a whim here and say Jinai. I don't really know. What
You said what, Ben?
I said Jinai.
Close. She's Jeunesse. She's Jaini.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
You see, like the more elongated face. Also, the eyes. They have
Yeah.
more of an open,
Lots of lower lip action.
doe-eyed
Yeah.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doe-eyed doll.
Unifield
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
You can see the unifield face for sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
but
unifield.
Jinai also have unifield face, so
Yeah.
Oh right, sorry.
Like the lower lip,
Yeah.
the eyes,
But yeah, the
Very
gauze.
true, Ben. Very true.
That's true. Yeah.
and more far away. The eyes look more far away. Mitchell.
Oh, she's
Sorry.
nothing.
No.
I thought you said she. Like you were saying something about. I know this one, but I can't.
She was changed.
But she was changed.
She's a purification.
Yeah, she's
Like
A
recently.
recent one?
Pretty
No,
recent.
not before. It's not
Wow.
terribly
Not terribly
recently.
recent,
Yeah.
but
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm curious what happened to her.
I don't even remember what she was. Oh, that doesn't help much.
I think I remember what she
Um,
was, but no.
Fifth gear. Dial yourself in. Whatever she
I am.
is.
I am. I don't. Yeah, I don't. All right. I'll go with Nijai.
Actually, G9.
Gina, yeah, she was.
Jinai.
Kelly
She fooled me too for a long time. But that actually is
Oh, Mandy
G9.
Moore.
I'm sure that's what I remembered.
I thought that was Kelly
First, I'm
Clarkson
sure
the whole
she
time.
was Nijai.
Kelly Clarkson.
See?
What's interesting? She has a lot like a really soft voice, and she tends to kind of have like a shy-ish kind of quality to it, but it isn't shy. It's just like really like aware G, the way that she plays it.
Were you saying, Davis?
Just what's interesting and something you kind of have to make the distinction of is that sometimes pilots, when they jut, they'll jut like chin first. Like even Z and I have their own way of doing that. So Yeah, you'll see like this mouth first energy. So it's kind of good to dial in the difference between like a mouth first energy versus energy coming from the bottom lip energy, you know? Because it's like mouth first, but still...
Right, like Jai.
Because she does this, Mandy Moore does this, she juts with her lips like she's putting her face forward as a cutesy sort of thing, which is a fakey Jai. I mean, not a fakey. I don't mean that in a negative way. It's an approximation of a Jai maneuver. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But it's not, so that's where it gets interesting.
It's not a Jai maneuver in particular. It's a perhaps an adaptive maneuver, but it's going to be an altered state or a directive to do any kind of adaptive pose.
There's a lot of like Xi and Zai going on.
I think we're actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're at time.
Let me mark down what page we were on before we go.
This was really educational.
Yeah.
This was fun.
I like
the
this.
ones that we're going to be using in the field. I'm putting together like the perfect collage, which is going to be
The perfect collage.
50 of each of the top 6 females and top 6 males in pop culture,
Oh, nice.
and then 20 of everything else. And that's going to make a clean 1,000. So basically a volume. So a perfect volume that would be like the starter set. So that's what we're doing now. So we ourselves should be very familiar with it, and that's the one everyone's going to kind of orient themselves on.
That's
so it's like
awesome.
the most famous and cleanest samples I could put into one volume. So I'm trying to figure out like things to tell people. So I'm like, as far as like initial seeing the phenomenon, I think that's the best foot forward I could give. One full volume,
Outstanding.
32 mojos represented with the most blingy, cleanest samples I can get. So that's what we're doing. And then after that,
Very nice.
you try to find out what shows they're watching and they already have in their head, and give them collages to help code that. So that's the plan so far. All right, moving on to the second portion of the evening, where we're doing the weekly quiz, and the theme was Jailene. So go ahead.
Yay.
Actually, we'll start off with the Starglow, right? Reverse order.
Okay.
The sample was Lisa Origliasso from the Veronicas.
And you requested these, right, Jai?
Yeah, I did.
I thought.
So I said Nizai.
I said Naiji.
I said Naiji.
I said Naiji.
I said Naiji.
I said Nijai.
Uh-oh.
And I said Nishai.
All right.
What
The answer is
Interesting.
Naiji.
I thought so. Okay.
I was going so back and forth between the two.
Okay, I can see
But now I know where the
how you
next
thought
one's
Nia, but they
going.
had kind of
Their
big
eyes
eyes.
just like seem so like
Oh, they seem so knee alpha 4
like
and
I did actually get a little bit of that energy. Like,
Yeah,
it's really cool, like the jazz energy, like the type of energy, but it's Naiji side.
That fucker.
Yeah.
And it's
So using the side also.
I had him as Nigeria until the very last moment. I should have gone.
Oh,
That
yeah.
happened.
I do that too.
I thought their
sometimes,
eye
so I'm just
contact
like,
was very
I want to
limited.
go for this, but there's this that I just can't get out of my head, and I just can't let go of these few cues I'm seeing, and yeah.
You got to know which voices to listen to.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh,
You know, tell from the good ones and the
God.
demons.
Yeah, there's the demon, and they hide. They don't tell you which one they
The
are.
ones who are
Okay,
like,
I'm just
well,
gonna go ahead and ruin the surprise.
That the next.
The next one is also Naiji.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, they're
I figured they're twin sisters.
Yeah.
It's pretty likely.
You know what it was? I actually thought Nishai too, but then I changed it because I noticed that I remember Coach mentioned once before there were these other two sisters that were also Naiji, and they had like a simulator kind of wolf pack thing going on, and in that simulator
Kind
thing,
of gypsy look going on. I know you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. And they felt so much more like at ease with each other because they had that space that they created for themselves.
Yeah,
and it
that
sort of
was.
seems like a Spirit Force kind of thing, but it's actually a simulator kind of thing that they have on.
It's the same. That's the other sister group that Jailene we did the live read on. So I should have known that too. I was back and forth, but I went with the wrong one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was totally going
they
back and forth.
Those two sisters